Facebook. So what's up, YouTubers? How you guys doing out there? Hello, Facebookers. How's everyone doing? I tend to ask that question like just randomly. Just how's everybody doing? And what is the temperature? It is 0 degrees last time I checked. It said with the wind chill, it is about I think um negative 16 or something like that. So it's still cold. Earlier today, though, it was like negative 30. It was very, very cold. So, oh my goodness, just mm-mm, didn't go anywhere today. If you went somewhere today, I hope that you were safe, and that it was a quick in and out. And if you had to go to work, I pray it was well. I've been praying for all the families that don't have a home. Also, there's a lot of families I know that are, struggling and just trying to get by. And I was thinking about them a lot between yesterday and today. So, I just pray for God to just have their hand of protection over all of them because I just want them to be safe and I want them to be warm and sheltered. And I think somebody posted that they were sharing like resources or offering their home or something like that. So I thought that was really, really sweet of that person. So that was nice. So just like last week, you'll probably see me go back and forth on the screen here. I'm trying to make it so that I can just look at one, just look straight ahead so I don't have to go back and forth. But yeah, that's that. And if you don't know who I am, if you're new, my name is Deshayla, and I also want to thank all those who I watched last week. Definitely was recognizing that, and so I just want to give everyone who watched while either I was live or watched later on, thank you so much. And I'm all about empowering women, children, and the inner child to heal, grow, and thrive. And today's topic, like I always say, I'm going to hop on here for at least 10 to 15 minutes, just not taking too much of your time. And today's topic is about when good isn't the whole story. So this idea came to me actually last week when I walked into work. As always, and the person asked, "Hey, Deshayla, how are you doing today?" And I'm like, "I'm good. I'm doing good." But that wasn't always the case. I wasn't always, in a good state of mind or a good season or a place. At least I wouldn't call it good in my personal life. And sometimes, when we say that we're good, we just don't want to be so quick to really share how we're feeling deep down or really share what we're struggling with, because that takes time for you to actually to communicate to someone else and for the other person to be able to listen to where you are, to rather and regardless, you really want the person to just simply just hear you. You really are not looking for an answer. You just want them to hear you out. And so, anyways, I'm glad that you're here. And today I want to talk about something we all encounter, which is the word good. Yeah, they ask, like I said, how you're doing, and we respond like automatically good. But really, is it always true? And sometimes, yes, we are doing great. But other times we say it even if we're struggling, even when we're overwhelmed or not in the best place. So what do we do when good doesn't really reflect how we feel? So let's go ahead and unpack that together. So why do we say good? Let's start with why we say it, and even when we're not good. And for many of us, it's a habit. It's a convenient. You don't have time to sit there and be like, I am just doing horrible today. I woke up this morning, my curl and I wasn't working, my car didn't want to start, just stuff like that. And it's easier than explaining what's really going on. And sometimes we feel like the person asking doesn't really want to know. I know I'm not the only one who feel that way because I know that I've been there. Oh, hey, Aunt. How you doing today? Thank you for joining me. Even if it's for a couple minutes, I appreciate you joining me today. How you doing, Aunt? So sometimes, um, we're not sure if the person really want to know how we're doing, or we're afraid of being judged. But pretending to be okay when we're not can weigh us down over time, and it's like wearing a mask that hides our true feelings. Like moving this back and forth. And that can feel isolating. I talked a little bit about isolating last week. Oh, yeah. Tell Uncle I said hi. So what do we do when you're not doing good? So here's what I will say. What you can do when you're not in that good place, you can first of all just acknowledge your feelings. Just right away, just start by being honest with yourself. How are you really feeling? Is it sad? Is it anxious? Is it overwhelmed? Give yourself permission to say it without judgment. And this is just you saying it to yourself. So ultimately, you know, as a person who likes to, I like to talk to myself sometimes while whether I'm in the store, in the car, it's talking to myself, or sometimes it's me talking to God, which looks like I'm talking to myself. Just let myself and remind myself, know in that moment, I am feeling overwhelmed because I have a lot of things going on. And then the second thing I would say, if you know that you're really not doing good, after acknowledging how you actually feel, hey, Jonathan, find your safe space. If you don't feel comfortable sharing with everyone, that's okay. You don't need to share with 5 to 10 people of how you're actually doing. I like to say to identify that one person that you actually trust, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, therapist, or a support group, and open up to them and share how you're actually feeling. The third thing I would say, after you acknowledge your feelings, after you find your safe space of talking to that individual, hi Jade, take small steps toward care. When you're not in a good place, it's important to prioritize your self care. I hound that in so much. Self care. Oh, what's up? Jay Jonathan. Self care is like essential for me. I only did yoga for about 5 to 6 minutes today, but that's all that I had. And that's okay because I wanted to relax. I had the day off from work and I didn't want to go too hard in on my workout today. So I took the time to make 5 minutes to myself to be like, hey, I'm gonna do a little bit of self-care. But maybe for you, it's not yoga or running on a treadmill or lifting a little bit of weights, because I like to do all three of those. Maybe for you, this might be journaling. This might be taking a walk in the mall. I don't know if people do that nowadays. But growing up, I remember my grandpa telling me to, I didn't do it, I should have, but rest in peace to my grandpa. But I remember him saying, go walk with your grandma sometimes because she used to walk in the mall. Maybe that's an opportunity for you to do that while it is cold outside. Or simply just rest. I did a lot of that today. I did a lot of resting. Oh my God, I slept 9 hours, y'all. I needed that rest because I've been very busy woman lately. But do something that nurtures your body, that's taking care of yourself, so that, because usually when we're taking care of other people, we tend to be the last person that we take care of. And that shouldn't be the case. If anything, it should be the first thing. You wake up in the morning, you meditate, or maybe you wake up in the morning, you drink your sip of coffee, you sit in silence, whatever you got to do. I don't know what that is for you, but you do. And the fourth thing is, after you acknowledge your feelings, after you find your safe space to talk to that individual, after you take that small step to take care of yourself, ask for help. Remember, you don't have to carry that weight alone. Seeking support from that counselor, from that support group, from that therapist, or that trusted individual that you like to call every now and then and say, hello, hey, I need to vent real quick because this is a lot going on in my life. It can make a big of a difference, a world of a difference in your life. And I found that even when I was in therapy at one point, a couple times in my life, 2 different times, I was in therapy and I found that it was helpful to talk to her. And it was also helpful. It's always helpful to go to God for me, and it's always helpful to go to a really good friend of mine's. And of course, I have my family to go to when I need to. But anyways, the power of authenticity. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to say I'm struggling, or even I'm not sure how I feel right now. It's okay to have those feelings, because there's times in my life where I'm like, if someone asks me how I'm doing, and in that moment I'm honest and I say I can't really pinpoint it right now. I just have a lot of going on in my head. And honestly, not only helps you process your emotions, but also invites deeper, more meaningful connections with others. So here's a little reminder. You don't have to share your entire story every time. I don't know about you, but I don't know why as growing up, I'm like, I feel like I have to explain a whole lot of what's going on in my life. Please. No, you don't. Squash it. Just be like, I'm doing all right. I need a little bit of time to myself. Um, but yeah, you don't have to explain yourself every time someone asks you. It's okay. Just you could just let them know, like, I just need a minute. But even a simple, honest answer like, I've had better days, but I'm working through it, is fine. I mean, I even had people prone questions like, oh, well, what's going on? I'm like, really, it's not, it's really it's something I don't really want to explain to you right now, but just knowing I'm gonna be all right. And that God is still good at the end of the day. So I want to make this a little interactive, so I'm not talking the whole time because I told you I'm going to take 10 to 15 minutes of your time. How do you handle it when you're not feeling good? When you're really not feeling good deep down, how do you handle that? Do you have a go to strategy or someone you can turn to? I encourage you to drop that in the comments below. And I'll love to hear from you. I will respond. I will respond as soon as I'm able. And if you're in a tough place right now in your life, know that this is a safe space to share or just simply listen. So, overall, I want to thank you so much for joining me today, exploring this topic together. If you just take one thing away from this live, let it be that it's okay to feel what you feel, and it's okay to share that with others when you're ready. You're not alone, and there's always someone who cares. And here's one final powerful truth to hold on to: God is good, even when life doesn't feel good. Because I've been there. I'm like, it just doesn't feel right. I feel icky inside. I just feel like life is just keeps things just keep happening, keep piling up, you know. But God sees you and He hears you and He knows exactly what you're going through in those moments when you can't say, good, let Him carry you. Trust that He's working in your life, even if you can't see it yet. And believe me, even when you can't see it, He is working. I am experiencing it now. I'm doing all this work and I'm seeing it manifest. I'm like, oh, thank you, God. So let's challenge ourselves to be more intentional when someone asks, how are you? Maybe instead of good, we can be honest, either with them or within ourselves. And remember, brighter days are ahead of you. But until next time, take care of yourselves, lean on your faith, and know that you are stronger than you are. You are stronger than you know. Right. I'll see y'all next Tuesday on another live. I hope everybody have a great day. Stay warm. If you are in these cold, if you are in a cold place, just stay warm. All right, y'all. Have a blessed night. I'm out. All right. Bye, YouTube. Have a blessed day.